Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good evening, everyone. Today, we will present the result of SWOT analysis on our pastry business. Okay, I will start. I am Operation Director. I will explain about operational process. In production activities, in process, there are some standard stage in process are. Number one, weighing of raw material. Each raw material is weighed before being combined into one. Number two, mixing raw material and dry ingredients such as sugar and flour together. Number three, mixing ingredients that have been mixed and then mixed by using a mixer until the dough have a nice texture according to the standard production is gradually added with water, egg, and butter about 15 minutes. For division and formation, the dough that didn't have the perfect texture, then divided into several small parts. For example, per 50 grams, then set according to the request of the type of bread in the soap. Food, the content and toppings are added according to soap needs. 5. Baking that has been formed in the oven about 20 until 30 minutes for the color of the bread to become golden. 6. Packaging. After baking process, let's stand for a while, then package into plastic B. Capacity according to the result of interview from the three sources. Both are put informant A, informant B, and informant D. With production for the capacity of production put in uncertain, so it depends on the condition and capacity production is divided into two, namely order and store. When there is an excess order, then the excess is for soap needs. Well, for the soap itself, we will calculate again, but on average, every day, Popular Bakery produce 250 loaves of bread, weighing 50 grams per load, and to produce 250 loaves with a weight of 50 grams. 3.5 kilograms of flour is needed. So it can be said that the production capacity based on the existing situation and average production of as much as 250 bread with a weight of 50 grams.
Director. According to the result of interview from the three sources, both good informant A, informant B, and informant C, with the supervision of financial data carried out by finance department and financial decision making Popular Bakery is done by informant A, but assess import from informant C. Informant A said monthly income can reach 30 million per month, depending on the number of order, while the profit earned in product in month about 14 million. However, from this sale, there are production costs such as the cost of raw material, electricity, gas, telephone, and other costs such as employee salaries, which if evening is total in amount what the expenditure is around 16 million. So that conclusion can be drawn from the data and the interview conducted in that three indeed a decrease in terms of turnover, cost, and profit. Financial decision to taken by the owner with the help of some input from chief financial officer. Popular Bakery can be further optimized. STIAMAK can be even more. The experience according to the interview with informant A, experience in the request file at least understand about bread when you want to start a business in the baker sector, because if you don't understand that, it will be difficult to go through the production process. The production process in this endeavor. Then interview were also conducted with informant B and C, who said that their experience is needed, but capital and strategy needed to face the existing competition. So it can be concluded From the trade result hasil interview that experience in is important to have any rival.
Channel
Says, according to the result of interview with informant A, informant B, and informant C, distribution access for the new competitor. Very easy because at this time, there are also many depot breed of consignment that want to accommodate the bread that producer by homemade industry or small producer.
Marketing Director. A. Analyzing customers. According to the result of interview with informant A regarding customer analysis, bakery products that are sold to all circles of society. Bread price to still affordable from the price of 2,500 rupiah up to 11,500 rupiah. Then the interview conducted with informant B also state that B. Product or service. Based on the result of the three sources, namely informant A, informant B, and informant C, it can be concluded that in selling product and service market that have achieved by today is the community in the city of Sidoarjo because the average consumer comes from the city of Sidoarjo. Serve every purchase in bread, tart, and pastry, especially in events that require consumption. C. Planning for good or service product, three types of product, namely bread, cake, cookies, and tart. All product planned by informant A, but the implementation of the plan is carried out by production section. Informant A said that of the three types of product, bakery product that are most in demand by consumer. The bread consumed is a type of bread for snack. Likewise, the interview conducted with informant B and informant C, saying that production, bread, pastry, and tart, and the product planning process is carried out by informant A and implemented by the production department. Focus more on bread, and also bread is a product which consumers are most interested in, especially jam sandwich. Think this the responsibility of the head of production and operational to ensure the bread product always maintain quality. From the result of the interview, from the three sources, it can be concluded that bread is mainstay product from popular bakery and the most of interest to consumer, and every product planning regulated by informant A and implementation is carried out by production section. The price. Based on the result of interview with informant A, informant B, and informant C, the three informants said that in determining product price, informant A determines based on the cost incurred such on production cost and human resource cost.
Personal Director. Selection according to the interview with informant the selection process employees are carried out by the owner himself based on identity, experience, and education by job candidate. There are two things: the criteria for prospective workers are expected by the owner that is intention and honest in run the job. Likewise, with informant, the also size selection based on interview with the owner of popular bakery him based on interview from the three source. It can be that the selection is carried out by informant and running effectively because informant directs dealing with prospective workers so that the assessment can be done simultaneously. Orientation is a step where employers begging to recognize the work being done. Based on interview with informant A, informant B, and informant D, prospective employees who have been selected must pass the orientation stake by means of introduction to the work environment such as clockwork. The start from half past in the morning until half were from the production and financing section of half 8 a.m. until half past 5 p.m. His office will know with the head of operational production as well as the head of finance, and three is a distribution of price such as sales and packaging, and financing for 2 weeks with the aim that workers are able to adaptable and able to carry out activities work at popular bakery, so it can be followed the conclusion that the orientation stake is carried out for 2 weeks so that informant A can find out with her prospective employees are able to understand that the test jobs at popular bakery.
1. Strict, varied type of bread and the price of bread is quite affordable bread all society. Have quality and taste that is always maintained. Have delivery service for ordered bread.
2. Weakness. Lack of availability, not using promotional media, others that really affect effort. Still using direct distribution through the store, so consumers have to go to the store.
3. Opportunities. Customers have loyalty to popular bakeries. Popular bakery has a good relationship with suppliers.
Threats. Entry of newcomers, the number of existing competitors.
Okay, that was the SWOT analysis of our company, and thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.